Deep in the heart of Southeast Asia, a hidden kingdom thrives, where ancient serpents guard the land and legends whisper along the Mekong River. Welcome to the mysterious world of Laos. The Lao people believe a spirit serpent, the Naga, lives in its depths, watching over and protecting the land. Here, rockets are launched to summon the rain. Here, ancient jars lie scattered across the plains. Here, time moves as slow as the Mekong River. This is Nations of the World, where we travel to every country on Earth, discovering legends, landscapes, history, languages, religions, and the people who live there. Stick around till the end for a fun quiz, and find out which famous global chains you won't see anywhere in Laos. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, where should we go next? Now that we've set the stage, let's get a feel for where Laos is located on the map and what makes its landscape so special. Laos is surrounded by land, nestled between Thailand, Vietnam, China, Cambodia, and Myanmar. Let's take a closer look at where it lies. It's about 238,000 square kilometers, which is approximately 91,000 square miles. A bit smaller than the UK, about 7.5 million people live there. The terrain of Laos is mostly mountainous, with lush green hills and steep slopes dominating the landscape. The mighty Mekong River snakes its way through the country, providing life and transportation for millions. Other rivers carve deep valleys and create fertile plains, especially in the south. At the heart of it all lies Vientiane, the capital city. Set along the banks of the Mekong, Vientiane is a blend of old temples, French colonial architecture, and a laid-back riverside vibe. It's the political and cultural center of Laos, a great starting point for any adventure in the country. Laos's natural landmarks and hidden wonders truly are breathtaking. Let me take you on a journey to some of the most awe-inspiring places this country has to offer. Kwangsi Falls, a waterfall near Luang Prabang with bright blue pools. The Plain of Jars, thousands of ancient stone jars scattered across a plateau. And no one knows for sure why they're there. Were they tombs or something more mysterious? Siphan Don, 4,000 islands in the Mekong River, a very peaceful place. Namet Pu Lui National Park, a jungle full of rare animals. As we explore these natural wonders, we begin to understand the essence of Laos. But what does Laos truly mean? Let's find out in the next chapter. A long time ago, Laos was called Lan Xang Hom Khao, the land of 1,000,000 elephants and the white parasol. Elephants meant power, and the parasol meant royalty and Buddhist protection. The name Laos comes from the word Lao, which refers to the people and their language. The French added the S during colonial times to refer to the different Lao kingdoms they're unified, but locals simply call it Lao. With its beautiful rivers and mountains, Laos has been a crossroads for ancient civilizations. But what about its history? Let's take a look at how Laos came to be the country it is today. Before we dive into the rich history of Laos, let me share a legendary tale deeply rooted in its cultural soul. Long before the unification of the Lao people, storytellers across the land passed down the epic of Pralak and Pralam, the Lao version of the ancient Indian Ramayana. In this tale, Pralak, the devoted brother, stands for loyalty and sacrifice, walking side by side with Pralam, the noble prince, on a journey to reclaim justice and restore harmony. For generations, this story wasn't just entertainment, it was a source of moral guidance, spiritual teaching, and national identity. Some say its values of unity, loyalty, and righteous leadership helped shape the very spirit of the Lao kingdom. When Pha rose to power in the 14th century, uniting scattered principalities into the powerful Kingdom of Lan Xang, he brought with him not just armies, but a vision inspired by these age-old tales. The epic of Pralak and Pralam became more than folklore. It became a symbol of what Laos could be. Under the guiding influence of Buddhism, Pha vision helped lay the foundation for a unified Laos. Luang Prabang was the first capital. In the 1500s, King Set Tatirat moved the capital to Vientiane and built Pha That Luang, the most important Buddhist monument in Laos. In the 1700s, the kingdom split apart because of Siam, Burma, and Vietnam. In the late 1800s, France took over, making Laos part of French Indochina. Laos became independent in 1953, but then there was a civil war. From 1964 to 1973, the United States dropped tons of bombs on Laos, making it the most bombed country per person in the world. This was part of a secret campaign known as the Secret War, aimed at disrupting the Ho Chi Minh Trail, a vital supply route for North Vietnamese forces. The US dropped over 2 million tons of bombs, targeting enemy supply lines, but the bombings also devastated Laotian villages and farmland. To this day, Laos continues to deal with the impact of unexploded ordnance, UXO, which still poses a danger to its people, hindering development and safety. In 1975, the communist Pha That Luang took over and Laos became a socialist republic. From ancient kingdoms and colonial struggles to the modern Laos state, history has shaped the soul of this nation. But what about life today? How do the people of Laos make a living in this land of rivers and mountains? Let's dive into the heartbeat of the country's economy. Laos is changing quickly. The China-Laos Railway connects the country to trade routes. Farming is still the main job for about 60% of the people. Laos sells electricity, wood, gold and coffee to other countries. Laos has a GDP of about $15 billion US. Some problems include poverty, unexploded bombs from the war and not enough development in the countryside. From bustling local markets to fields of rice and booming hydroelectric projects, Laos's economy is steadily evolving. But beyond trade and industry lies something deeper, the identity of a nation. Laos's history is rich and complex, but what about its symbols? Let's explore the flag, national flower and animal that represent the spirit of Laos. The national animal is the Asian elephant, once used in war and now sadly endangered. The national flower is the frangipani, or Dokei Champa. It means joy and sincerity. The flag is red for independence, blue for prosperity, and a white circle for unity and the Mekong River. Before the current flag, the Kingdom of Laos flew a red banner bearing a white three-headed elephant under a parasol, a royal symbol of the nation's ancient unity and sacred power. Laos is a land of myths, legends and traditions, but beyond the national symbols, what stories do the people tell? Let's dive into some of the most important folklore that continues to shape the culture today. People believe the Naga spirit lives in the Mekong River, protecting the land and bringing rain. During the Bun Bang Fai Rocket Festival, people launch homemade rockets to ask the rain gods for rain. The Pha That Luang festival brings thousands of people together for candlelight processions around the Golden Stupa. And Pi Mai Lao, or Lao New Year, is a time for cleaning, new beginnings and water fights. The official language is Lao and it has its own alphabet. Over 80 languages are spoken there, like Hmong, Khmer, and different Thai dialects. Most people are Theravada Buddhists, but they also believe in spirits called Phai. Traditional clothes include the sin, a silk skirt with special designs. The kena, a bamboo mouth organ, is the main instrument in Lao folk music. In Laos, sticky rice isn't just food, it's a way of life, earning the country its nickname, the land of sticky rice. People eat it every day, and dishes like larb, tamak hung, and orlam are bursting with Lao flavor. You won't find a McDonald's, Starbucks or KFC here, just the rich, homegrown taste of tradition. And with more than 1/3 of the population under 25, a new generation is growing up with these deep-rooted culinary and cultural traditions. But beneath the beauty and tradition, Laos still faces a silent danger. Unexploded bombs, a legacy of war, remain a serious threat in over 15 provinces. Laos is a land of elephants and legends, rocket festivals and sacred rivers. Next Sunday we're going to a windy place with volcanoes, ancient empires and mystic chants. Can you guess where? Tell us in the comments. Like, subscribe and share. Watch more episodes to see the world one nation at a time. What was the old name of Laos and what did it mean? What animal is a symbol of strength in Lao history? Why is Laos the most bombed country per person? What languages are spoken in Laos? Which festival uses rockets to ask for rain? Write your answers in the comments to show us what you learned.